Hello, my name is Lorena Herrera, and today I will be answering a few questions regarding my education philosophy. What is the purpose of education? I think that the purpose of education is for students to acquire the knowledge and skills necessary to be prepared for a successful future. Education is fundamental in everyone's life because not only do students learn critical knowledge like language arts, science, math, and history, but they also learn real world connections and build better relationship with other students. I believe that educating our future generations is beneficial to everyone and plays a main role in our future. Education helps students build positive engagements with the world. What is the role of a teacher? I believe that a teacher should serve as a facilitator to help students develop critical thinking amongst each other. The teacher should serve as a guide for students and should be fully knowledgeable of the content that he or she is teaching in order to be able to guide students' learning. For the teacher's job to flow smoothly, he or she must be prepared with a lesson plan that will guide them with what to teach the student. A teacher is also in charge of the safety and well being of the students. For this, the teacher's role is to manage the discipline in the classroom and set some rules to ensure that students follow the rules to be able to learn without interruptions. It is also very important for teachers to communicate with parents for them to be aware of their children's achievements and needs. Establishing good communication with parents will help the students perform better academically because the student will have a supportive environment in school and at home. How should the teacher teach? From my past experience as a student, I think that teachers should implement hands on group activities because that allows for students to develop critical thinking. Not only do group activities help students solve issues together, but they teach students how to work democratically. I think that group activities also help students develop good communication skills. By creating group work, a teacher is teaching students how to communicate well with others. It is very important for teachers to teach with equity to all in order to have the best possible outcome from all students. Teaching with equity is very important because there will always be diversity amongst the students in the classroom, and a teacher must be able to adapt his or her teaching to meet every student's needs. What is the role of the student? I believe that the student's responsibility is to follow the teacher's instructions and guidance to be able to learn. Students must be willing to learn in order to participate and be involved in the classroom activities. A student will learn if he or she participates in the classroom activities and discussions. Students must follow the teachers and the school's rules at all times. When students don't follow their responsibilities as expected, I think that the teacher must have some consequences established for students to learn that not doing the right thing will always come with consequences. If the issue continues, then it is important to communicate this to the parents and administration. What should be taught? There are many things that a teacher must teach. One of the main things that I would focus on as a teacher would be to teach students how to get along with others and learn to respect others. Students must also learn to take responsibility for their own acts. Another very important thing that should be taught, depending on each grade level, are the academic standards that prepare students for the state mandated exams. Here in the state of Texas, they are known as the TEKS. Which interview resonated with you the most and why? The interview that resonated with me the most was with Ramona Avila, a classroom teacher in the Edinburgh Consolidated Independent School District. I knew that I would get some very good answers from Miss Avila because she's been in the education field for so many years. After interviewing Miss Avila and speaking to her about education, I was able to get a good feel of what it is like to think like a teacher. I am happy to say that I was able to learn a lot from her and what her teaching is like. Her philosophy is very similar to mine, but she opened my eyes to other aspects I hadn't thought of. Another thing that I liked about interviewing Miss Avila was that she had a very similar education philosophy as me, and she was able to refer to it based on her own experiences. Throughout her interview, she went back and forth from the two things that she believes are important in education: teaching values and also teaching the subjects necessary to pass the state mandated exams. Which school resonated with your philosophy and why? The school that resonated with my philosophy the most was Christine Moss Elementary from Fort Worth, Texas. Their mission statement is to provide a community that promotes accountability in achievement, equity, trust, and quality education for each learner while building meaningful and positive relationships. All of these aspects were mentioned throughout my own philosophy on education. I value education and I feel that all students deserve the best quality of education because all of these students are the future of this world.